One of the most disheartening realities for those who have moderate to low credit scores and weak credit profiles is in most cases, they are completely clueless about how impactful their credit is to their day-to-day life. We're not even referring to living your life at its highest potential. We're just talking about basic necessities, basic needs, basic functions. The basic ability to provide for yourself and provide for your family. Your credit is literally the heartbeat of your personal economic function. And what we're going to cover in this video is the various ways that your credit score is used, some of which you probably don't even realize. And then we're going to talk more about why you need to get serious about your credit and just a quick overview of strategies and approaches you need to take to increasing your credit score and building out your credit profile so you can maximize your financial position. This is JP from Blueprint for Prosperity, helping you to increase your net worth through relationship banking, maximizing your borrowing capacity, proper use of life insurance, and the ownership of real estate. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. I'm uploading content on a daily basis to help you customize your blueprint for prosperity. So, a quick list I compiled of areas where your credit score is needed. Some of these are going to be common sense. Some of these may not be. So, the first thing on the list I have is mortgages of all kinds. We're also going to bridge off from there and say rental screening. So obviously renting anywhere. Job opportunities. Many of you may not know, but most background checks in today's world require some form of credit screening, and you can be turned down depending on the field that you're in for a job due to poor credit. Credit cards, of course. Bank accounts. This is another one I deal with daily as a financial professional and as a banker. Many people have no clue that they have to go through a credit screening to even get a bank account. It's not a hard credit pull, but it is a credit screening. Many people don't realize that until you tell them. Game changer. Auto loans, of course. Medical procedures and bills financing options. So medical procedures or medical bills that need financing or financing options. Think about your care credit card and other financing options. Think about needing a major procedure for your health and well-being or just a major enhancement to your quality of life and not having the credit that you need. Obviously, the cash bill may not be there, and then you don't have the ability to finance this purchase either, or you have the ability to finance it, but on very terrible, highly expensive terms. Various forms of insurance. This includes the life, auto, and probably even home insurance. There's some form of background and credit screening in these processes affecting how much you're going to have to pay in your premiums. These are just a quick list that I put together. This is not everything. And you also have to consider the fact that our culture is further pushing the idea of financing everything. Buy now and pay later is one of the biggest financial trends in the financial industry right now. As AI rolls out, technology rolls out, and cash further gets devalued, the currency further gets devalued, our system will further expand into a debt-based society, a consumer-based, debt-based society, meaning that we're being trained, our economy is going to pump off of you spending money and you borrowing money to spend money. It's not even your own money. You're not even producing enough to be able to buy the majority of your lifestyle, fund the majority of your lifestyle via cash. Not that that would be the best thing, but you're not even in position for that. The vast majority of things around us now, whether that be for quality of life, basic needs, or experiences, are now going to be further wrapped up into your ability to finance and your means to feed yourself. When you start thinking about a job, it's serious business when you start thinking about getting beyond the entry level and getting into more serious jobs and maybe having a college degree, maybe even a reasonable background in a certain field, but having poor credit and getting denied for a job. Your credit is essential to your quality of life if you're in a Western civilization, especially in America. You have to make your personal credit a priority. The education is out there, not only in channels like mine, all over the internet, all over YouTube. You have to take the time out to find out what works for you, what makes sense for you, and digesting how credit works and how to stack it. I'm not just talking about getting a couple credit cards or getting a couple authorized user trade lines. I'm talking about actually building out a strong credit profile. Not having it is absolutely detrimental to your quality of life, but having it and having it in place and maximizing it opens the world up. It's hard to envision what you can accomplish economically, financially with great credit. Literally, it's hard to envision. When you think about any form of fashion, from buying a home, buying rental real estate, buying vehicles for transportation, financing for your kids' school, financing for medical bills, financing your travel experiences, being able to cover all of these various forms, getting quality life insurance. Quality life insurance. You need credit. You need quality credit. Or you're going to be paying significantly more for it than you need to be. This is not something that's going away. It's not something that's changing. The government's not going to be able to legislate it out anytime soon, if ever. It's just how America works. You need to prioritize it. And you already should know by now the major factors that affect your credit. Payment history, utilization, which breaks out into several categories. I've shot a video around this, multiple. I have a whole playlist around building your credit. Dig into it. So payment history, utilization, which breaks out into about almost 5 or 6 different subcategories. Credit mix, credit inquiries, diversity. So, types of credit accounts that you have. All of these different components come together in various algorithms, mathematical equations to produce a score. And this means you have to build a credit profile. You have to not just go out and get a couple credit cards or a loan or two. You have to build a full, robust credit profile. If you put the work in, lay the groundwork down, and build a strong credit profile, your financial future is in your hands. It's literally completely in your lap. There's very little you can accomplish once your personal credit is strong. You need to start working on, if you're not already in position, you need to work on getting any negatives off your report or letting them age off. And you need to be building your credit. You need to be stacking credit cards, stacking personal loans, buying real estate that makes sense for you. Don't go into debt and drown yourself. Strategically build your credit and do it as you can afford it. Scale your income. Your personal credit is highly dependent on your income. You can have pristine credit and not have enough income, or not have income at all, or not have approvable income. For those of you who like to dodge taxes or write off everything to get a tax return, I've shot videos on this. You need to have a strong income. Your income and your credit go hand in hand with each other, because your credit is simply determining the cost of borrowing. Your income is determining your ability to borrow. It's determining the amount you can borrow. So you can't go get a home, even if you have an 800 credit score, if you only make $10,000 a year, because you can't afford the note. Unless it's going to be a shoebox, which you probably can't afford the note. So you have to build a strong, stable, verifiable income. I wanted to bring this to you to put context around how important going forward in this economy that we're in, how important credit's going to be, because our culture, our society, and our economy is pushing forward on a debt-based society. And when you think about mortgages and real estate right now, there's no signs of real estate prices coming down, let alone a real estate crash. There's no signs of where your credit is going to be needed in order for you to be able to get access to things as we continue to get a more digital society. You have to start taking this seriously, and you're going to have to change your habits and your behavior and build a strategy. Go through my playlist. I have a thorough playlist that I'm adding to on a weekly basis around building personal and business credit, how to build it fast, effectively, and using relationship banking to do so, how to do it with reasonable amounts of money. You don't need to have $1 million to do this. Go down in this playlist, watch these videos. I promise you it's going to start to make sense. And I'm going to continue to add to these playlists because I want to see y'all win. So thank y'all for tuning in. As always, I enjoy bringing this content. I want you to comment down below really quickly. Let me know where you are with your personal credit. Let me know what successes you're having. Let us know where you're struggling. Let us know some experiences you've had where your credit has been a savior. And let us know some experiences you've had where your credit has shot you in the foot. Drop it in the comments so we can drive this point home and educate each other. As always, I want y'all to stay focused. Stay in motion. I'll see y'all soon.